Good morning, Roy. Happy Halloween.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Halloween. I see you're dressed
We
as Monty. That's cool.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dressed as
Uh,
a day trader. We'll see if I'm a real day trader or
That's good. I tried to wear a helmet today, but realized helmet does not allow you to drink coffee. So we're just gonna go as Roy today.
not. Everybody that joins now, you can see I'm in a long. I tried a long off the 21. Uh, it is actually did not hold, and now it's acting as resistant. So we got to pop back above these to get a pop, hopefully above VWAP, and we start the day great, and everything's fantastic. But you know,
You know, it's never that easy.
never
They gotta give
taking
you
a
some heat to
little bit
start.
of heat, not a ton of heat, just a little bit of heat here.
uh, let's go over some data as you're monitoring that trade. Um, since we're right at I'll just use mine. Let me cover my account name real quick.
Now we can go to this.
Got it.
So you had PCE numbers come out year over year was 2.1, forecast was 2.1, previous 2.2. The month over month was 0.2%, forecast is 0.2, previous is 0.1. The initial jobless claims was 216,000, forecast was 230, previous was 227. The core PCE was 2.7, forecast 2.6, previous 2.7, and the month over month core was 0.3, forecast is 0.27. I don't usually see those 0.27s, but it's there. Previous is 0.1, so PCE slightly higher than previous and pretty much at expectations on everything else. So there's that so far this morning. We got today. We've got still where it is. Chicago PMI comes out at 8:45, 15 minutes after open. So we interested to see how that goes. You do have the 4-week bill auctions this afternoon. Should be a nothing burger really. And then into tomorrow, we have unemployment rate, non-farm payrolls, average earnings, and private payrolls. This is big numbers. So you have that. A lot of stuff coming out before open. After open, you have a lot coming out after open too. So this whole deal here for equity traders all the way down to crude traders. So be careful. Looks like we were getting a slight little pop here, which is
Yeah.
long. I needed to go break VWAP so we can scale out at $500. Probably should put that below VWAP, to be honest with you. How about right there? So we'll guarantee. Let's put it right on VWAP. Let's try to get $400 on the first part of it and see if we can move it on up. Need a little break here. Normally, you don't see us in a trade right at open, but sometimes you got to do it. It is Halloween. Let's change things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not getting a break of the 8 and the 13, which are on top of each other, which is causing a little bit of trouble.
So the move down this morning got us all the way down to about 5,800. What, 5,801?
Yeah, well, the people that watch me draw my supply and demand zones, these have not changed. I did not update these. I have not done anything with these. These are where they were. Well, one thing, we got a little better entry on the other guy, so we are how about $300 across the board on those?
Nice.
I will go on and take that. That actually puts me in a very good spot with them for payout day tomorrow.
Are you done for the day on those?
Those are done for the day, Roy. Done for the day. That puts us where we can take the 2750 in all accounts, all 11. That's what we will be requesting tomorrow. So what? Just a little shy of 30 grand.
Beautiful.
Oh, we got this rejection here. So annoying. Come on. Everybody that says that our streams are boring, boo. This is not boring. It's exciting. It's the life and death here. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the others, I took 3 watts and I took it at the bottom. So I took 0 heat on the other group over there. We just went straight to hit our profit. I was going to hold the $500 there, but $300 actually puts every account over that. So I can get 2750 per. So
Beautiful.
Play it safe and do 300. And those are GID for the day.
I'm going to go through some Mag 7 stuff. That's an ugly sight. Apple slightly red heading into its earnings after hours today. So all eyes are on Apple.
All you
NVIDIA.
Deegans, get your calls or puts in because we know you're going to do it.
We hear NVIDIA down 1%. So it was down 1.3% yesterday. It's now down another 1.2% today. Now kind of comfortably below 140. So we'll keep an eye on that. Microsoft was the wild pony yesterday. Shot up on earnings to 445 on the report and then just kind of faded. It kind of hung out for a little bit, about 435. It looked pretty good. I was still above the green on the day, or green and after hours from its close. And then the call happened and death dropped. And so, Microsoft kind of leading the charge on this decline in the market. So just keep an eye on that one. Obviously, if that recovers, things change quite a bit on the day. Google down 0.5%. It's been faded a bunch from its earnings pop. So it got all the way up to 181, and now we're down to about the 173.65 area. Amazon reports later today. They're down 1.3%, hovering around 190 again. Thought yesterday it was going to just break away from 190 and never look back, but as you can see, it's coming back to retest it. We'll see how it handles it. Meta had earnings yesterday as well. It much like all earnings, it went on a wild ride. It had basically a perfection priced into it with the way it moved this week. So no surprise that it kind of sold off a little bit on the earnings. So keep an eye on Meta, down 1%. Tesla's flat, just kind of hanging out, but Tesla's already got earnings out of the way and it's been on a wild ride. AMD now 147.70, so it's just a long way away from its 169 before earnings. So it just kind of keeps dropping, which is also not helping probably NVIDIA's case a bit. Coin reported yesterday as well. They came from a boy and missed on revenues. Not a very good report by them. Down to 196, bounced up. It's kind of hanging out here at the 205 range. Bitcoin is down 1%. So it's kind of cooling off from its run earlier this week. Solana continuing to kind of stay relatively flattish, down 0.5%, but can't quite break that 180 and run. So it's at 173. Flipping over to TNX, you had a gap up this morning, and it's now shooting back up, maybe up to its highs of about 4.33 recent highs, I should say. Something to keep an eye on there. Dixie is now below 104, and it's steadily dropping. So again,
Howie, tacos cost more.
Yeah. Gold actually, surprisingly, is not just keep going up. It's hit 2,800 and now has kind of dropped a little bit, down 20 points from that. 20 points on gold is quite the move. So we've got gold on the watch list now, and SMCI continues to drop. It's at $31. Yeah, it just can't quite get past that horrible report yesterday, which was, no doubt about it, just bad. You lose your accounting firm that in the middle of an accusation that your numbers may be bad. That's not a good look. So
Horrible.
we are back over here on ES. My long-term trend, as you can see, is highlighting the whole green here. The 5 and the 20 have now converged. They're at the same spot. The 20 is actually above the 5, so on the moving averages, and we are below VWAP. So what we're looking for is possibly a pop to break VWAP, but can't quite get it this morning for Romani.
No, we flirted with it, but can't get over it. Good morning, Cash Apps. I don't know why in one it's showing your message, and other it's not. But how it says gold, I think gold is overdone. We'll see. I think gold's going to continue its trek until election. Then we'll see what happens after the election. I think the uncertainty's got people still flocking to gold. Something is safe. So we'll see. We shall see. Gold has been on one heck of a run here.
Yeah. I mean, even if it cools off 300 points, you're still like, $2,500 on gold. Right.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Gold was what, $1,200?
Yeah. I mean, it's been the
gold has had a year. Gold has had a year. There's no doubt.
If gold was a stock, it would be NVIDIA.
It was beating NVIDIA and Tesla and Apple and a bunch of them together, and that's what you get. You're talking about something volatile to trade. Man, when you're in, and I'm going to tell you, one of the best feelings ever, when you're in the direction it actually goes, when it decides to go, it's a high like nothing you can get. But boy, you be on the wrong side of that, you are in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it was even crazier than NQ because.
Yes, yeah. Well, just the moves you get in the, a tick was $10.
Yeah.
So and you're talking to two overnight gold experts here. We did it for a while, didn't we? Passed the mini account doing it. Held mini account doing it too, but we passed mini accounts doing it.
NQ, what NQ does during regular hours, gold does during after hours. For anybody with content,
gold to skip stuff. It skips tens.
Yeah, try and trade the Dom with gold. Trade the Dom with gold. You'll have fun.
Well, it's just look. You say this is a gold right here, right? And this is where you're at. Well, next thing you know, one candle, this thing gonna pops all the way up to here. And it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's very nerve wracking. You don't want to do a lot with it, to be honest with you.
Well, you don't want to be on the wrong side of it, and honestly, you got to know what you're trading because you gotta have thick skin trading gold.
There was one morning I had traded gold the night before. Of course, when you get up, you log out everything, you get back up. When you log back in, your last ticker you looked at, that's the one that's still up on Trade08, and it was still gold. And I didn't pay attention to it. I was half asleep, and I saw a move. Like, I'm gonna take this move here, and I think I took like 3 gold. I never take 3 gold. You take 1 or 2, and you make your money. You move on. I think I took 5.
Wow!
And that thing popped up, and I made like $3,000 in 30 seconds. Like, what the hell? And I was like, oh my goodness, I just traded gold and got luck. I closed that thing out as fast as I could when I realized what I did. Like, oh my gosh. And then I started thinking, like, well, should I continue to trade it? I'm like, no, you don't want me to continue to trade it.
You won against gold. You get out and you say thank you.
Yeah, I got lucky and was like, all right, yeah, let's move on. Let's
one
move
thing I
on.
need to look at is VIX did have a gap up as we'd expect with the move down in the markets. So, but it's kind of now entered that gap. So we'll see if that's a pretty big gap, but 80 cents from here to the gap fill.
We are actually over the 8 and the 13.
And
so it needs
above your
to
trend.
it needs to hold this and get a little pop here. Yeah, that trend is holding. Look, we can see we tried to test it down and just couldn't get the breakdown on it. So they will actually move this back. We're a little. Let's go on and see if we can get this first one right below VWAP. That would be a great start to the day. And then I pop it open would just make this just fantastic. You got to have a feeling. I could be completely wrong on this, but being down here, you got to think it open. We get dip buyers to show up, right?
Yeah, I mean the wild card here is your Amazon Apple earnings after hours with what Microsoft just did. So maybe
my point though being you're not going to get any short covers to give the pop, but you're also not going to get any profit takers down here. So
right. Make it a few panic profit takers, but nothing.
MOO should be interesting.
Go ahead.
I said MOO should be interesting.
Oh, yes. I would actually look to see if Amazon and Apple get kind of sold a little bit more today because they have not reported and they are still pretty elevated from just from last report, right? So.
Yep. Hey, for anybody out there, does anybody watch Kill Tony? If you don't, watch Kill Tony. And if you're offended easily, don't watch Kill Tony. But if you have a good sense of humor and you're not offended easily, Kill Tony I've just gone down a rabbit hole with Kill Tony. And it's hilarious. It is. So there was Kill Tony and this guy Post Malone was on there and the guy was making fun of Post Malone. And I give Post Malone credit. He had probably one of the funniest jokes I've seen. This guy, it was a bigger guy wearing camouflage. And he's like, "You the only guy in the world that's wearing camouflage. They can see you from the back row." Look at him guy. Look at Post Malone guy. The guys calling Post Malone said, "You look like a dirty crackhead," all kind of stuff. Like, look, you passed out in the alley and somebody drew all over your face. And then Shane Gillis is just he's on there. They had one where a guy was he was so nervous he sounded, you would think like he was mentally handicapped. He couldn't hardly talk. He was shaking, like one hand was really shaking, the other one wasn't, and they was talking about it. And when they go like, "Do you have anything wrong with you?" And he's like, "No." And they was like, "Sure you don't have cerebral palsy? You got something." Like, no, just nervous. And Shane Gillis like, "Dude, you're messing up. Say you got something wrong with you, you'll be a regular every week." Yeah, I love that show, especially the Trump and Biden. When they do the Trump and Biden thing, it is.
Oh yeah,
that Dr. Phil guy's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
it is so good. It is vulgar, so just be prepared for that.
Yeah. Okay. Know what you're entering, right?
You have been warned. It's hilarious, but it's also very vulgar, very it is not politically correct on anything.
No.
They make fun of everybody. They do not care. Handicaps, if you're there, you're getting made fun of. Watch the Kill Tony where he's talking about the Tom Brady roast, and he made a comment. And I guess Tom Brady had said something to him during the roast, like, I'll shove my effing shoe up your ass if you don't like.
Yeah.
But everything really made Brady mad. He said he just sat there and looked at Brady like, "Do you not know who you're talking to, dude? I could destroy you right now." Like, yes, Kill Tony could destroy you right this second. He's got to be one of the best with comeback lines and stuff. Like, they just don't miss a beat with it. This is not looking good for Malongs here, folks. Down below this trend line, we need to get back above that trend line. Back below the 8 and the 13. Need to get above the 8 and 13. You got everything kind of converging here.
I say though, you got that top of that zone though that could be support, so it's really a tricky spot.
It is a really tricky spot
because even though you've broken the trend, you do have that zone. So,
bum bum bum.
bum bum bum.
Tune in tomorrow to see how the trade plays out. Nah, just kidding. You'll see it today. There isn't tomorrow. This is our Friday.
Friday.
Today is our Friday. If I do anything at all in the morning, it'll be a trade combine. Not even sure.
Gold.
To be honest with you, I am going out of town. So, Harry, if you are Dirty Harry, if you're in the stream, I will be in Starkville this weekend.
Nice.
Seeing your boy play UMass, I think is who it is.
Well, the play tomorrow for you has got to be half asleep, have gold up on the screen, and go 5 long.
That is a negative Ghost Rider.
It's better than doing it once, doing it twice.
A new Jack Ryan films in development with John Krasinski. How do you say his name? Krasinski.
Yeah.
He's to reprise his role with Jack Ryan. It's actually a pretty good. I watched the first season, and I couldn't get into the second season. The first season was phenomenal, but I just never could get into the second season. So,
I only watched the first season, so I like the first season. I have not watched the second season. What are they on though? Aren't they on like Krasinski?
Well, thank you, lad. Well, why don't you come on and show your face and you can pronounce it to everybody? Show the pronunciation.
Krasinski.
Come on, big boy.
Tell you, this is kind of
you freak necks. You just wait till you come visit. I'm gonna show you a redneck. Might not ever make it back to Florida.
Florida.
We got lots of hiding places here, just so you know.
I was always paranoid when I drove through Mississippi. Obviously, southern part of Mississippi. I haven't been in the northern part. And those swamplands off I-10. You're just like, how many dead bodies are in there?
He's paranoid for nothing. Mississippi gets a bad rap. Mississippi is probably one of the friendliest states you'll ever go to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Now, noted, our history was horrible, but
whose isn't?
Like, yeah, that's the thing. It was everybody's history back in those days was bad. Mississippi's was just highlighted a lot more, but it was really, really bad. But luckily, the people of Mississippi got together and said, you know what, that's not who we are. So it took a while. What gets me crazy, Alabama was 10 times worse than Mississippi, and they gonna make a movie about us, Mississippi burning and all that. Y'all see what's going on next door over there? It's really bad over there.
Oh, man.
It's like it's going to do the drop and then the pop. What it's going to do here, just so everybody knows. We'll make sure everybody realizes what's going to happen.
5 minutes before the open.
Yep, I'm going to do the drop, then the pop. Took me out. Now we shall wait. Ooh, man, I really like another one. I like out of the zone. Oh, So you can see overnight we had this trend here that played out, and it broke, retested, broke. If we do come down here and look at this thing, it's gonna pop back up. You sorry dog, you. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I want to take it now. We're gonna take it if it feels. If it doesn't feel, so be it. I like that wick. I like that wick. And then let's see, probably could go about there if we do get a good pop here and open.
That looked like a mission to clear out some stops.
Yeah, they cleared out my stop. I would make a joke and say they came after my stop, but they don't actually see my stop, so that's what kind of drives me crazy when you see the people that are trading sim accounts say, "Hey, they came after me." Like, no, they never saw you.
Yeah, you were not relevant.
You do not show up on there at all. That's what killed me with the ICT thing. He would always like coming after my stops. Like, dude, they're not coming after your one MES or MNQ. They're like, you're good to go. They could care less about your one.
Two minutes to open. 2.5 minutes to open.
2.5.
NVIDIA was your drop.
Wow, Apple! Look at Apple! Look at Apple's chart with that huge wick. It looks just like this now. I wonder why that huge drop in Apple there.
Things that make you go,
Yeah.
Here's a fear of, are we going back to retest the trend line and reject?
Could, yes. Very well could. Hey, Led, if you notice, so yesterday, let's look at yesterday. We talked about possibly going back to low. It took all day, but it finally went back to low a day. But it did get there.
Mission complete. Sometimes it goes its few wacky detours, but
yep.
Minute to open. This should be an entertaining open.
You would think so. We're betting on a pop, which is probably might not be the best, smartest move in the world. Right now, it's not looking like a smart move, is it?
They filled the wick.
Yeah, that is ugly now. So what was not bad looking has just turned ugly. It got us out. So we're going to wait and do everything later. Make sure our follow was good. It was right on line. We rushed that one. So everybody that wants to come see me make $1,000 just saw me lose $1,000. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Now we will wait and see what happens. That sucks. Open. Here we go. It is not getting a pop at open. Let's see what MOO comes out at whenever it pops up over here. Breaks this trend line, folks. Watch out. That's going to be right around 5,800 too. MOO, there it is. Oh, negative 210 million on S&P, plus 12 million on NASDAQ. Interesting. Minus 19 million on the Dow and plus 3 million on the Mag 7. Roy, that candle by candle you talked about earlier was the play.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on around there, but yeah. See if there is dip buyers that show up at 5,800 or if they just rug them.
CVD just went from plus 1,800 to negative 1,300.
Nvidia's down 2%. Microsoft down 4.6%. Microsoft's actually coming down pretty hard.
The orders are coming down hard in Bookmap. I think we're finna get a runner to the low side. And there we go. Well, I could not have been wronger about that play to the upside, could have.
Yeah, it happens.
CVD is going for negative 4,000 now.
Wow.
Yeah, they're fixing to push this bad boy down. 90. If it breaks 90, we don't have much to slow it down at that point. So it'll be it'll be on an exploration mission to see where orders are. We're going to wait and chill. FYI, the Weeble thing was just a pre-market thing. Everything is back to good to go.
Good to hear.
I think there was a couple orders I left in there yesterday that did not fill, but they were there when at the close. And I think that threw me into a margin thing where it was showing that, and I think it just reset at open. CVD's negative 4,500. Still, we've got a ton of orders sitting at 57.90. So 57.90 is, wow, that's so insane. We'll see. I think we've got more downside here. Looking at Bookmap, this is just looking at Bookmap. I think we should get close to that 57.90, and then be interested to see if they start dropping those orders at that point. They are throwing some orders up right above 57.80 now, 57.75 and 57.70. Those orders were not there. So I'm saying that is some. We'll see. See the orders: 57.90s. Then you get 57.83, 57.80, 57.74, 57.70, and then nothing. So this whole area here is where they're moving orders around. CVD is popping back to the plus side now. It went from negative 47 to negative 32. You got a lot of and look at this. The candle's almost over. Look at this volume on this candle. My goodness.
Yeah. There's your retest of 5,800.
That's going to come right in here with this. So it definitely could be a short opportunity if it gets right there. It didn't get quite high enough for me to take a short there, but
that long-term trend, I'll take a look. It wicked out of it and look where it's bouncing. So
it's crazy how that works, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, well, we're back up to it now, but CVD's popping, so I'm not going to touch anything yet.
I can imagine what Tide looks like out the gate. A little bit weirder than I thought. So keep an eye on that.
Well, just so you know, we don't have much to play with. If we hit 1,500, our day's done. So on these. I like the short here now. Even though it did get above 5,800, I would like to see it wick down back below it. And then go make us a low. Go hit that 57.90, and then we'll make up everything that we just lost. You got orders popping all over the place on Bookmap, so we see those orders popping up and down right above it and below it, and they might push this thing back up. They do. It's all right. We hit our daily. We can make it back up. At 5,800, putting those orders there, do not like that. Now they've dropped them a little, so.
Yeah, you're getting a pop here. I wanted to take a long right there. When it came back, retested and popped up. I think you're going to get back into the Bollinger Band zone and then maybe get a VWAP retest and reject. But kind of looking around Mag 7, I think you're getting buyers showing up on Microsoft a bit after its initial dip under 410. Get some buyers show up in NVIDIA around 135, 136-ish. And again with Apple, look at Apple recovering pretty strong. So some of the big boys found some dip buyers, which can always move the market. Now you see, as I say that, ES kind of cooling off.
Been sitting there talking. I was like, why does Roy keep talking over me? Then realized I had my microphone muted. I was to the point where, okay, I'm just going to sit here and not say anything because every time I start talking, Roy talks over me. So I thought he was just being rude on purpose, and it was all me. I was trying to say CVD is suggesting that this is not a sustained pop. So yeah, CVD is still holding negative 37, around negative 37 and negative 4. So it's not saying this is a good move here on the upside. So we took a short in the you want to swap over and look, took a short in the combine, about $400 up. We hit this $1,600. We get our $1,000 trade, and we all look like geniuses. And we don't show the other trades later. Just kidding. They stay in here. Everything you see in here stays in here. CVD is negative 4,000 now. And then back to negative 3,700. They're throwing orders. It's not a ton of orders at this 5,800 level, but there is orders at the 5,800 level that it seems to be struggling with. So
it kind of feels like if it breaks 1,500 or 5,800 this time, it's going to get nasty fast.
That would be A-okay with me. We only got 3 here. Let's see. We got to scroll out a long way to see something on the low side there, but there it is. You could draw. And it's right there in line. So, and then we got this one. This is an area to watch. So instead of drawing a zone there, we're just going to put a little line here to let us know that that's an area that we need to pay attention to. If we do drop down below this, ooh, that's a nice candle back up though. Look at this, man. It came to a tick within hitting my profit there last time. Let's do that's a 15-minute, my bad. I was like, oh, never mind. Wrong one. I fooled myself. Did not come within the tick, but that's where we got at that low. And I might move this down some because you got 400 something orders there. Those are huge orders. They will start if it does come that way, these orders will move, right? But that 82 level, let's see what's around. You got 141 right around that level, so that makes sense too there. So we shall see. We're not getting the move down that I want to get here, but I still don't just hate this play yet. Not with CVD holding negative 4,000.
Market tide is kind of in your favor as well, breaking away from each other. Puts rising on both holdings and on general market tide. Tech being the biggest loser on the days so far.
That's the copyright infringement, biggest loser. Anybody remember that show? What was her name? Jillian Michaels?
Yeah. Everybody knows her. Nobody knows the guy. I don't even know the guy. I know what he looks like.
I can picture him. Yeah, I can picture him, but I can't say his name. Yeah. And then I'm waiting for Howie to pop in and say, oh, that was so-and-so. Because Howie knows everything. And that's not a dig at you, Howie. You have a lot of information that is valuable. So tell us his name and don't Google it.
Never watched that one. You stumped him.
We got Howie. It took us forever, but we got Howie. I'm the biggest loser. Look, that trend line that was broke to the upside, came back. Now it is actually holding that support. Need to break below that to move on down to get us this fill. Let's have something go good today. I mean, we've had other things go good, so. Interesting. CVD is just this whole book map is interesting right now.
Yeah, I mean, tide is not relenting. I mean, you see puts just rising, calls just dropping. So it feels that a break of that trend is about to happen.
CVD can't get any more momentum above or below, however you want to look at it, negative 4,000. I guess that would actually be above.
Yeah.
That would actually be below. I don't know. You need momentum to the downside, right, with that?
Orders at 5,800, are they staying?
I mean, there's not hardly, I mean, there's 170 orders, but you got order stacked below it. So if you look, well, you got them on it now, but these orders were stacked down here a minute ago. You got these orders stacked here. So you can see they're moving them with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the frustrating parts when they start moving order. I love to see when they have you got this 469 orders, and when it comes down and it just eats those orders and they don't move those orders, then that's something. Ooh. PMI 41.6. Forecast was 47. Previous is 46.8.
That'll do it.
PMI came out and we showed.
We forgot. Held through data.
So here's your first lesson on trading futures. Always know what's happening. Don't get so focused in your stuff you forget your surroundings.
Oh man, that's funny.
And we're gonna call it. Thanks everybody for joining. guys tomorrow. CBD went to negative 6,000, by the way.
I was like, that moved like there was some data. Oh no, there was some data. That's funny.
Well, here's the funny thing, everybody. We've been trying to get $1,000 trade. Here's a $1,300 trade so far.
There you go. So the break obviously happens at 5,800. Now you can see more sustained selling and see if we can get down to that 5,790 area.
Those orders are still sitting at 57.93.75. They are not moving those orders. So interesting to see if we come down, if they buy all those orders. I'm gonna tell you, if they come down and buy those orders, we have another big drop down. If they leave those orders there. If those orders are bought, we hammer down.
Here's your tide switching over real quick, just continuing to go in the puts direction. So that's why we keep these things up.
We need to scale out one at 1,600. I mean, come on, guys.
Lovely.
I won't hold it for the whole thing. There's one out. Hey, they ate those orders up to. I'm talking about destroyed those orders. CVD has gone to negative 7,400. Let's guarantee it. You know what? I don't want to take it so bad. 1,700 bucks on the trade so far. If we get any kind of push back up, we're going to close this thing faster than you know to do it. Break this slow. There you go. Come on down to daddy. Come on, let's hit the whole thing down here.
Close it faster than Howie denying he watched Biggest Loser.
Yeah. Well, now we're guaranteed 1,600 bucks in this trade. So
break it. Nice play.
Yeah. Well, we got one right.
Whoa.
Come on.
Almost. Get him.
CVD has gone to negative 8,500. We are $2,000 trade here. We should go and take this. I'm not going to lie. We're taking that's 1979. I'm okay, whatever it does after this. We had a $2,000 trade live with you this morning. How about that, folks?
All right.
It would have hit my whole row. Would have got a little over 2,000. It's okay. And remember that line we just drew?
Yeah. There it goes.
So how's everybody been doing today? I'm done for the day. So holy crap! Just looked over here. We're $100 up on the personal account with one MES. Not 100. Well, we're $90. So I mean, that's close to 100, right? It's actually fixing to hit my target. This is insane. Is it really? No, it's not going to. It's not. You can't make this stuff up, can you? Thank you, Howie. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, we just took the trade over here. We're calling it. We are officially done with everything.
Nice job. Wow. 9:50.
It is not even 9 o'clock, and we're done. We had a bad day on the XFA, so there is that. But we have about 3,500 over here on one side, and about $90 over here. So we've had a good day. We can't complain. Look right at that. Look where we bounce at. Look where we bounce at.
Yep. Yeah. So far.
Life. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys, we overcomplicate this stuff so much. It is so much simpler than we make it out to be. You just got to focus and get your mind right, and you can get your executions. My execution this morning was horrible to start with, and then you can see we picked it right back up. So we are in no hurry on this one. Locking that bad boy up. Now I don't know what to do with the rest of the day. What do you do? What do you do?
So I tried a long at the top of the zone in a combine. We'll see if it can play out. Get pushed back up to the 5790.
To break that, Roy. So you know.
We'll see. Just a combine.
I like it to break that to the downside, but we'll see. CVD is like right at negative 10,000. So, but you do have a bunch of orders that are popping in right below here that could keep this thing up for a minute. Let's see what you got here. Well, it's not as many as like on Bookmap. You got this level here below. That's a big key level there to pay attention to, but they're moving it back down now.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get this break here, I don't know where we go to at that point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we do if we break that. But we shall see if it breaks it first. It's not. There'll be a little green candle here. It is not strong at all, is it? Nope. There it goes.
No, it's not.
Hey,
not at all.
I was not $500 up on the other side, but we are now because I took that pop, shorted it. But I only took one instead of three, so it could have been a lot better trade. I just wanted $200 out of it, and I got $200. I wanted my $500 one day. We got our $500 per account per day. All right. Well,
Cool.
We'll catch you guys Monday. Roy.
All right. Well, I'll
you the rest of the day.
I can enjoy running the show for an hour. See what I do.
Who knew that today's live stream was going to be a short?
We've been searching for shorts all month. We finally got
made one on the live stream.
That's good. Yeah, we're kind of lingering at this line as you would expect, given that it is some support, and then, like you said, if it breaks it, could get ugly.
It definitely is holding for the moment, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So zooming out on like a 30-minute chart, what are your levels looking like?
I mean, you don't have anything else below here for a while till you get down here. So this level here, definitely, if y'all remember correctly back then, this was, I mean, look how far it goes back, right? The whole first part of October, this was the low.
Yeah.
Pretty much take that whole level in. So I mean, we could definitely get down to the 44 to 24 range there. It's possible. I'm not going to, bank on it or anything. I'm not trading that, but it is definitely possible. It's not that far, actually, from there. 40, so 44 more points down. See what we're doing on this. We're still just fighting there, so. Tried to break it, could not break it. CVD's kind of popping in the negative 9,400 range, so it is moving up slightly.
Yeah, market tide did a little up and dip down, so but you can see the price is going up on SPY. Yeah, I mean, puts are just in control. I mean, that is a straight moon rocket. Going over to the VIX, what looked like a gap fill could potentially be has now set a new high on the day. VIX is approaching $22. If you can look over here, I know it's small fonts, but your Mag 7 Nvidia down 4%, 133.60, 133.90. Microsoft
time
down
to buy Nvidia again.
Could be. Apple down 0.5%. Microsoft down 5%. Amazon down 2%. Google's actually green. So
Hey, look at that AMD real quick.
AMD down 3%, 144. Wow.
So kind of, let's go to a 30-minute chart.
30 minutes.
So
Do you want after hours?
I'm gonna scroll left a little bit, kind of see if we see a spot anywhere. That could be a good buying opportunity.
I think you're gonna have to go to the 4 hour on this one. It's been a while since it's
yeah. Now just zoom out a little now, or zoom in a little. That out. There you go. So
I just got filled on my combine. Hold on, let me lock that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, all right. The long worked. Your short worked. How about it?
Job, sir. Good job.
All right. Okay, so AMD looks like.
What's that level? Look here on that first one there. Yep. So if I was to look,
132.
I'm actually looking to add AMD back. So kind of seeing where a good spot to add back in. So that would be a perfect spot right there, around 132.
Yeah, I actually like this one too, 140. Just the top of this big candle that did its thing. And then you see it kind of dip down and lick off.
You basically created you a zone there from 140 to 132. So
yeah. So there you go. And we're rapidly approaching that $4 away.
Wow, I am so glad you took your profit on your.
I see that.
Wow.
Well, the play there for me was to see if it can get up to the orb.
It did.
Or below. So I did three points below it, just to I didn't know if it could break 57.90, so I just did 57.88.50, 57.89 or something like that. I don't remember.
So yesterday's close was 58.52.
Yes.
Wow.
And that was even well away from previous day. I mean, look at those two. Whew. There's your daily chart.
So hey, if you switch back over to mine, I'm actually on my trading view now. I want to show you. See, this is how it does the orb.
Oh, the orb. Oh man, that's much nicer.
And then here's your previous orb. It runs with it, so you can see. You can go back. That's the one I was trying to get you on. That is so easy to keep up with there.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, I don't have everything plotted out here because I don't trade off this now. You can see, I was going to trade off of it some, but then I've decided that I didn't like trade of 8 anymore, so I went away from it. So it's not really useful to me. I still do it for, I've got a set of charts open over here on my other side. My other screen, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a diagonal screen, so I got 7 charts on it, so I can look over. I got NQ, VIX, Dixie, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, most of the Mag 7, not all of them, the bigger ones. The ones that are immediate. And if I'm ever in a trade, let's say that I do want to take some options on something or I want to do something different, I'll have that up over here too, so I can keep an eye on it with my alerts on. So if it hits it notifies me so I can look to see what I need to do.
Potential candle by candle here.
I am going to create an alert for AMD though, so I can remember to buy some of them bad boys. I like AMD. AMD is a nice play usually. I'm not the AMD king or anything, but I like it.
NVIDIA 132.87, almost down 5%, down 4.7%. No bueno.
Hey, for all you Peacock fans, Despicable Me 4 premieres on Peacock today. Anybody wants to watch Despicable Me 4? I know Roy's all about it. I did watch The Joker and Folly Deuce last night.
Yeah.
It is, so it starts horrible. It is just one of the worst starts you've ever seen in your life. It is very slow and drawn out, but it is not as bad as everybody made it out to be.
Okay.
It's watchable.
Right. It's watchable.
Yes. Is there music in it? Yes, there's music in it. But is it just all music nonstop? No. So I enjoyed it enough where it was worth a watch.
Mm-hmm.
It actually, if they do it right, it sets up a perfect Joker into the Batman series. But I know this is supposed to be a standalone movie, but I say use it to your advantage and go for it.
Yeah, I don't know what James.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I don't know what James Gunn's plan is. He seems to be wanting to burn everything down. But
well, this burned everything down as far as the Joker's concerned, but it actually sets up a very, very, very interesting plot twist into the Joker. Like it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
When I watched it when it was over, I was like, so people complained about the ending. I'm like, I think the ending was perfect. The ending was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because in order to have the Joker, you had to have some things happen, and it all happened at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's worth a watch. I'm gonna say that. If you hate it, don't blame me. Me and Roy, we differ on movies sometimes. A lot of times we have the same opinions, but Roy's into animated movies, and I'm not into animated movies as much. So
I do like a good animated movie. Big fan of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I know you weren't a big fan of that.
Couldn't even watch the first one. It was horrendous.
It was awesome.
There's your two different views there.
The Transformers 1 is very good. If anybody has seen it. Cast on that is great.
I'm leery to watch it because it is animated, and I just don't trust Roy when it comes to animated movies. Yeah, this is actually a very nice. If it plays out, this could be a very nice candle by candle here, Roy.
I'm tempted.
I'm saying it's not a bad idea. Let's give it a good minute to see what happens here. We've got, and it could not be a very good candle by candle. 30 seconds to decide it.
NVIDIA had some buyers show up.
Look at that. Google's the only thing green in the Mag 7.
Yep.
Damn Google.
Look at coin. They came from a boy, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time. Look, I used to make good money short. I always short coin a lot. I thought coin was one of the easiest ones to short you ever had. The same people that are buying the pops, I was selling the dips.
It's a little high, but I'm kind of leery of. Man, I missed it.
I did not miss it in the personal account, but it's not running down either yet. So, it did miss. You son of a gun. It did not feel. You dirty dog, you. We caught it the second time though. There you go. Go on and give me my $100 on the day over here. I closed right in half of my SMCI. Good job, Howie. That was a great trade on that. Anyway, question. Close the remaining half of my SMCI short. Roy, you being awfully quiet over there. Did you get in the trade?
No. I'm stabbing myself in the leg, trying to not chase it.
You know, it popped back up a little bit there too. So
yeah, it's just a hair. 57.82, and then it.
I just don't know how far we actually go here. I mean, can we go to 70? Possibly. 57.50 is heating up. So let's look here.
Flip over to you.
246 orders sitting down there. Actually, if you combine these, you got 350 orders sitting down there. But you have this, and this to get through first. 600 orders sitting there at 57.78. They're trying to hold it up. CBD is negative 11,100.
What I'm a bit disappointed in myself is Tide was showing it, CBD was showing it. We're at 58.05-ish area, 58.04, 58.03, and it was just hanging out up there after the open and not taking that short there.
Yeah. I get it. Guess it.
But to my defense, I'll make myself feel better. A little coping mechanism. We were at the bottom of this long-term trend, and I was afraid of you would get another reaction bounce to break the 8 and go up. But as you can see, the 8 is just the ribbon's widening. So what I would say is you could get wicks down here, retest the 8, and then down she goes.
You could get that. You could also get a bounce down here. This is, I mean, where you look at let's look. And let's take these off now. So I'm looking at a 15-minute chart. I know Roy does not have me on here yet, but
oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. We're going to actually draw. So here's your little down channel. You see this whole zone. This is actually a zone I've drawn out. And you can see we came down, we broke it, we came back, retested, and then we're rejecting again. So you would have to reclaim. I mean, you're almost gonna have to get all the way back up to 5,800 before I could feel any bullish momentum at all, Roy.
Yeah, I mean, problem is that's 20 points that it can still dance around.
Yeah. So, I mean, as of right now, you can see. So since yesterday to today, it's been riding this trend down. So you would assume this trend continues to go down, but it's holding so far. When in doubt, always look left. Always look left.
Yeah. And
if you're in a trade and you don't know if you should be in a trade or not, look until you find the confirmation that you need to secure your buys. Just kidding. That's a joke there. We can go to any time frame. I can actually go to the hourly. And there's not much to look at. So there's not much bullish to find. It's been hard to find something bullish. Only thing you can say is we're at the bottom. We got to go back up, right? Which is horrible idea to trade.
You're kind of in a cool position here, actually, that if you can get a candle by candle to the long side whenever that does show up, you can at least make a test to the 8.
Yeah,
that would be a logical play. Not saying it's going to go way up, but you can at least get a few points if you get that opportunity to present itself. Right now, it looks like the candle by candle on the downside was the play. Just missed the entry on my part. Are you still in anything?
I took 2. I've got 1 left. So
Okay.
we're probably, I might go and take it here in just a second. I don't know how much more we can go down. We got, it looks like we can go a good bit more.
Oh,
I mean, here's the deal, folks. I've hit my $100 in my personal account, so we're gonna call it. We're done. We're done. We're done. And if you keep hitting flat and all and Weeble, it throws failure codes up nonstop. So don't do that. Hit it once and be done with it. Because I want to flatten all, and I got out of it. I set myself a little goal to make $100 a day. I made $100 every day. So no need to. Oh, we could have made a little 100 though. Yeah, you won't hit yourself a little hard. You need to put your helmet on to protect your head. I'm kidding. Don't put your helmet on. I was gonna put that damn helmet on. Oh my god.
there.
Kind of blurs you out a little bit when you have that helmet on, so you know.
I think we're back now. Probably echoey now, aren't I?
No, you're not. You actually sound good. You're good.
Okay, good.
Hey, give me a second. I'm fixing to. I gotta walk out for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Talk with looking crazy with your helmet on. You know, who knew that Florida State you was going to dress scary for Halloween this year?
Well, scary and lack of execution on this trade. So Florida State is the perfect.
CVD's negative 14,000. I'll be right back.
Guys, I had it. Oh well. We wait, we look, we try and find. I may have to take this helmet off because it keeps blurring me out. All right, let's go through Mag 7 while he's away. We've got ES doing ES things. We're going to ignore it for now. Look at the VIX, 22, 23. Beautiful for the Bears. All you Bears out there, enjoy it. Shout out to those on YouTube that have been calling for a drop for a few weeks. You finally got your big drop. Good job. Conviction plays. Apple, as we mentioned earlier today, does report later today, down 1%. You got NVIDIA down 3.85%. However, dip buyers did show up here at the 132 area. Now, granted, I said that at the 136 area as well, but you're getting a little bit of a little move here that people like NVIDIA. Microsoft, who everyone can blame for this travesty today, is down 5%. Google holding strong. That's a bearish candle. But Google holding strong, up 0.33%. Amazon continuing to sell off. It's now comfortably below 190 at 2.43%. Meta down 3%. Just can't hold any gains today. Everything's kind of selling off a little bit. Tesla 254, down 1%, but honestly, Tesla holding above 250 would be a pretty good sign for them. And AMD back under 144, 150 yesterday looked like a buyer's dream, and now that is a long way away. Coin, they're coming after my boy, but maybe showing some signs here, up to 197. Let's zoom out a bit on Coin, as I am interested in this one. You can see it had its nice run, so it's gapped down. And if we continue to have selling off, I mean, you could see it get back in that horrible range that it was in for a while, 160s to 170s. But we're right at the 50-day moving average. We're right at the 20-day moving average. We're right at the 21. I mean, it's all converging here. So, but you are having a declining 5-day moving average. Since Monty's not on the stream, I can tell you that is a bearish signal that people do look out for. people that are not named Monty. Bitcoin, this is a daily chart. You're seeing a bearish engulfing candle off of its big push that set a new high. Still nothing to really panic about here on Bitcoin as we're holding above 71,000. Probably will get a bounce as we approach this 8 EMA if it doesn't just crash right on through. Solana, though, does not look as strong. I've got this longer term kind of trend line down, and it rallied right to it and is now rejecting it. So if Solana wants to fall, it's got some room, 160s, 150s. So keep an eye on the meme coin king. Solana, we'll kind of ignore all the nuclear plus AI plays as growth is getting hit, as everything is getting hit. TNX, let's go to a shorter time frame on this. Actually, no, let's keep it high. It's on a rampage up. We'll come back to TNX and do a 5-minute chart. The Dixie as well, it pushing up, but it looks like a little bit of a topping formation. However, if we zoom in on today, you'll see its recovery is actually pretty strong. It got all the way down sub 104 and is now pushing up. It's comfortably over 104 to 104.11. TNX gapped up this morning, pushed higher, and now it's kind of coming down just a hair. Keep an eye on that. SPX gap down, obviously on the earnings news. It's at 57.50, so it's at a kind of a key psych level here. We'll see how it keeps going, but nasty work here to close at 58.13 and gap below 5,800 on SPX. Traps everybody above 5,800. Couldn't get out. So important news there. Micron, for you Micron traders, is approaching 100. So
you realize you're not sharing your screen, right?
Are you kidding?
You're still on mine.
All right. You know, for a Thursday, it feels like a Monday. Let's do this.
Let's hope your picks are better this week. That's all I hope.
Well, yeah. Micron at $100. I do have one pick.
Oh my!
I don't have the second pick. I gotta do the second pick. You're gonna like the first pick. It's a college football pick.
Oh my gosh! Is it one we talked about already?
Gracious, no. I'm going. I'm stuck between two. I'll give you a hint.
You put that at 9:05. Look at 9:00. Go over. You'll be 10:05. Go no 10:05 for you.
Yeah. Wow.
What a great close there, Howie.
I mean,
and you closed at the bottom. You closed at the bottom. Sir. Congratulations.
Yeah, for those that want proof, that was that.
It doesn't show
that candle. Yeah.
Well, enjoy what you're going to have tonight. I can't say it. Enjoy it tonight.
Gold coming down. It may have found its bottom. So, I get a little pop here on PS as I was doing my thing. So this is a candle by candle potential with 30 seconds left.
Yeah. We did not call it 30 minutes in. That's a great thing.
Here's your tide. Puts are coming down. Calls are rising a bit. Same deal here. Still puts pretty much in control. You're seeing spikes in put volume. People are getting out, or people are just now doing their insurance.
Hey, so anybody that if you do want to do a candle by candle, be careful. That 8 is right there, and you can see it's rejected 8 multiple times. So I'm not saying that a candle by candle long won't work, but just be cautious of it.
The play here would have been if you got in a candle by candle a little bit deeper down, and then you could play it to the 8.
Yeah.
But since we've rejected at the 8, that makes it.
And it might go back to the 8 here. It came right back down. If you notice, you can't see on yours, but it came right back down to that level, and then it has bounced back up. So Could have been a very nice little. At least you could have got a scalp out of it. Say that much. I'm so mad at myself that I played those XFAs so wrong this morning to start with.
Yeah, we rushed it. I mean, I'm going to take this helmet off real quick, but yeah, we rushed it.
There you go, Howie. Howie said he had a buy order at 57.76. Took a little heat, but nice move. So good trade, sir. Nice trade. And look at this little candle by candle. Like I said, you could have scalped it and made a couple points on it anyway. So it would have played out. But we did. No matter how it happens the rest of the day. I mean, I'm not trading anything else the rest of the day, but we did get a $2,000 trade for you guys this morning. That's awesome. 3 lots, 2,000. You can't beat that.
No, you can't beat that. And like you said, we're a little disappointed in how we started the day with the XFAs, but the important bit is you shake it off, flip over. You didn't see Monty go the next trade 10 contracts to make up for it on another account that's unrelated, right? He stuck to his risk management. And yeah, it's just a nasty day to fight a trend, and we're at some key levels. You've got a big move that's happened overnight, a continuation move that happened at the open. So you just got to be pretty cautious now if you're trying to scalp. You're scalping for 2, maybe 3 points, I believe, at a time, personally.
One thing we did not mention this morning, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot. But please like and subscribe. We are at 420 subscribers now. So the road to 500 is getting close. We're 80 away. I can feel it. I can taste it. And once we get that 500, then we get to 1,000, and boom, we are growing this little channel, and I could not be happier the way we're growing this little channel. And thank you all. Cashy Outs, Howie, Roy Easy, you guys, Wait for the Zone. You guys are in here pretty much day in, day out. And we appreciate you being in here. And everybody else too, not just to mention a few Led's in most of the time. So thank you guys for hopping in and commenting and liking the videos and liking the lives. It means a lot to myself and to Roy. So thank you.
I'm going to get my picks sorted out real quick, and then we can call it an early day. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, considering I've been done since 8:50, yeah.
All right, let me see if I can get this.
And that's a good thing. I got stuff to do today. I'm going out of town tomorrow, so I've got stuff to do today. I need to knock out early, so it gives me a chance. Ooh, CBD is negative 12,100. Could be fixing to get another flush here. If this holds up. We'll come back in Monday. I'm dressing up as you, Lad. Lad asked, I missed it. What is Mike dressing up for? I'm dressing up as a Floridian.
Floridian. Well,
this is rolling visors.
You got the sandals, right? Do the flip flops.
They are on my feet right this second.
Yeah.
There's nothing like doing our picks while we're.
You like it.
We talked to him last night about getting his picks here. Went through the picks. Like, hey, here's some picks. And he went off. Man, he's still not ready.
I'm gonna go just because it's absurd. Just absurd. This line. I've got to do it. I got to do it. All right. Give me 2 minutes max.
Nothing like a live stream.
Yeah. You know, I did do a supply and demand video yesterday. That was going to be my.
He did edit my supply and
contribution.
demand video, so I appreciate
that. I wanted you guys to take a look at that. All right, that is a horrible image, but we're going to go with it. So,
right. Hey, so I guess CBD was right again when I said we could possibly get another flush here.
I was too busy doing my picks. I didn't get to do it. Oh. All right. I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
Going with the Jets tonight, -2 versus the Texans. They are a 2-point favorite at home. That line is just absurdly inaccurate, in my opinion. So I'm going for it. I'm going to go for the Vegas trap.
Hold on. So you're going with the Jets.
The Jets.
-2 at home. Have
at
you watched
home,
the Jets play this year?
I have. And I believe that
the
Vegas
Jets are going to get beat by 3.
No, this means the Jets will win by more than 2. So they are favored.
Hey, what's up, Trey? Trey's one of my good buddies here in Oxford, one of my golfing buddies, one of my buddies. So, hey, Trey, what's up, buddy? Glad you could join us today.
Oh, damn. ES making a new low.
Yeah, you're going to lose that pick. The Jets are losing.
I'm just saying, Vegas is daring you to take the Texans on the road.
Well, there's a reason, because you know why? The Texans are better.
Oh, the Texans are better, but, you know, New York shifting its focus now that the Yanks had one of the best 5th innings in history, World Series history. You know, maybe the fans kind of.
I can't not believe I'm about the Yankees, but it's hard to beat money.
It is hard to beat money.
More money.
And my NCAA pick, MSU +2.5 at home versus UNC.
So I'm going on record to say that Roy will be 0 this week.
I'm
vested now because I'm pulling hard against you.
Because you put it out there.
I want FSU to have a historical bad season. Not for you.
No, it's never personal.
All the Norvell is the greatest coach ever taught.
Yeah,
we early last year.
We had quite a bit of opportunities last year to be hated by a lot of people. We can't.
Hold on, just so everybody knows, I call this flush.
You did, and I just jumped in very, very late and got $100 on an XFA.
Good job, sir.
Should've.
Don't chase, but if you do, secure your money and get out.
See, this is what I get for not having my picks ready. I would have got that drop. I would have got a full daily goal. Oh my gracious.
Led, yes, there's somebody here that's watching the market, and we can't all pick horrible picks. Okay, so somebody's got to watch the market unless somebody picks horrible. That's where we're at.
I would say you had to get that out of the way. So if we wanted to sign off early, we can now comfortably sign off early, and we fulfilled our obligation to the stream.
CBD is going to negative 16,000, by the way. This could be a very nice trend day downside. I mean, it's already been one so far, but interesting.
Yesterday, that parallel zone that's on your screen, you drew that when? Yesterday?
This morning.
This morning. If you do the one from yesterday, the steep one, that steep one right there, it actually coincides with your drop now. Because I'm horrible and I don't know the yesterday.
Oh, I don't remember where it was yesterday.
Yeah, but
negative 18,000 CBD. It is saying there is more downside.
market tide following up on that. You got puts rising, calls dropping. Puts rising, calls dropping. Going over to Mag 7. Your dip buyers and NVIDIA slowed down a bit. They're bought it, rejected at VWAP, coming right back down. Oh, Microsoft 407. When was the last time it was 407?
Wow.
I mean, that was the darling that. Look at this. October 7th, 409. I mean, is it on a beeline to 400?
Looks that way. We're going to get a little pop here to 57.75, maybe a little higher, then should reject back down according to what I'm seeing on the old book map. We'll see. It plays out. Roy, that 57.40 we kind of laughed at earlier is definitely in play now.
Yeah, these are one of those days where you're like, oh, wow, what a drop from the open, 30 points. And then, like, you look back and we're at 5,700 by the end of the day. You're just like, what? Yeah. These are days that I've blown up many accounts.
Here we come back up to the 57.75 area. So it could be just a tad bit more. And let's see if we get a rejection up here.
Go back here. That has the lines. That zone.
Look at the one we were talking about here. We talked about this level, right? So we're going to draw it as a level. Came down, held as support. When it finally broke, then it held as resistance. I mean, I don't think you can say it enough that support turns into resistance turns into support every day. We're getting a little rejection up here around where I thought we might get some rejection. So let's see if it continues down or if they can pop it back up. CBD is coming back a little, so we might be getting close to the bottom. But it could actually go right back and tank more. So you got to be careful with that. Myself,
yeah,
I'm done with everything on the day. So
kind of going back to what, for all you loyal listeners from Monday's show, we said, it's a pretty volatile week. You're going to have a lot of landmines. You've got earnings all over the place. But one key note that Monty mentioned is you do have the election next week, which adds another wrinkle to it. So what you're seeing is you've got earnings results already happening. And so you'll see pops up. But those pops could be opportunities for people to say, oh, thank goodness we got a little pop. I'm getting out here instead of getting out at the bottom. I know I didn't get out at the bottom, quote unquote. So
the key right now, what you see is you talking about elections. So what's the one thing that the market hates? Uncertainty. So I think that's why we're seeing the sell-off we're seeing. I'm not saying it's going to continue up to the election, but it means you're going to see a lot of volatile stuff both ways, in my opinion, because you're going to have profit takers, you're going to have shorts covering, you're going to have a lot of stuff going on to get out because of the uncertainty. My thoughts on it. So,
yeah, and you still have two major reports later today that cause uncertainty: Apple and Amazon. So obviously, Amazon being the largest retailer in the U.S. and Apple being the largest company, I think they've back in charge of that since NVIDIA's drop.
So nice. Let's go 10%. My new Tasty Trade account, mixed reviews so far on that platform. I feel you, Howie. I'm testing. You're testing out Tasty Trades. I'm testing out Webull futures. I think we both got mixed emotions on both of them. Some positives, and I don't hate Webull futures, just so you know, but I'm not in love with it either. So if Tasty Trades ends up being better, let me know, and I might give it a try too. I know Trade08 is not it. I can't stand Trade. It's just so archaic. Trade08 is.
Yeah.
It's not a horrible platform, but to get indicators and do stuff, it is just archaic when it comes to that. It's worse than what was the one that was so bad at one point? Oh, what was it? I'm drawing a blank here. There was one that was just horrible to do stuff on back in the day. Robinhood's always been horrible. Everybody's trying to step their game up now with charting and stuff. Thank goodness, because their charting was. I remember when I first started to learn charting, I was like, "Wow, look at this! It's perfect head and shoulders." And you're looking, you're on Robinhood. You don't see any damn thing.
Yeah.
I said, "Let me know. Just close trade over 8. Those mobile ghost orders finally did it." Yeah, that was another thing. It was horrible. I love it. I want to be able to set brackets and leave it alone and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Trade over 8, you always had to make sure you go and cancel your orders after your brackets fell because one might not close, so you had orders sitting there waiting and couldn't do it either. So Howie, we both were. Let's see, I had that. We made $100. I'm a little over 10% of mine. You're 10% on yours. So that's the way we roll. That's what we do. That's how we do this.
Trying to get the last $100 on my one XFA to get it in payout status, but honestly, I may just call it a day. I mean, unless something obvious shows up later today, I don't think I should force it just because we're getting close to the end here of our stream.
Howie actually makes another good point. I'm out, guys. Best thing I did trading career was set limits to when I trade. Absolutely, got my life back. Good stuff. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I do trade. If I don't have anything going on, I will trade out through the day. It usually does not end well when I do that. I have passed some combines doing it, but typically it's not the best thing when you ever trade. So myself, like Howie, I am done for the day. I will not be doing anything else today. We've got stuff to do around the house. I'm gonna get some stuff done. It's supposed to rain today, so try to get some stuff knocked out before it rains. Hadn't had rain in feels like 85 years. So
Halloween today, you got your candy?
no lights on. Yeah, I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Not many people come. Our neighborhood is kind of weird. I'm 3 miles from the square, but I'm technically in the county, which is very weird. And the neighborhood is house on top of house on top of house. Like we're really close to each other, but kids don't come here. Oxford has what's called Lamar Avenue. Lamar is like the street, and Lamar is where you go. They give out full-size candy bars and stuff.
The good one, yeah.
The good stuff there in North Point. So all the kids around town go Lamar and North Point. So North Point had theirs last night because of the rain. Lamar Avenue said, "You know what? We don't care about no stinking rain. Halloween is Halloween. That's when we're doing it." By gosh, right. I agree with that. Tradition. But it is what it is. So we have sit here and rambled on a Thursday. I keep wanting to call it a Friday because it is mine and Roy's Friday, but it is not Friday. We have sit here and rambled on and on. Looks like you could get, if we break this down, you possibly could see that 57.40 come into the zone down here. So that's kind of, if you want to see anything, kind of what to look for. Me personally, I'm going to leave everything up, but I'm not trading anything. So when I walk by, I can see it, but I'm not going to sit here at the desk. I'm going to get outside and touch some grass. It is fixing to be November, and it is 85 degrees outside. So we're going to go enjoy that.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I think that is done. Good week. Good week.
Well, overall, really good week. Really good week. Thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate the feedback, the talking back and forth. Anybody's going to be watching this now is going to be watching a replay because there is nobody in the stream, but that's okay. Some people do go back and watch it over again. So if you do, thank you for watching it over again. All you guys that left early, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Just kidding. I understand. Myself and Roy, nobody here. We'll say goodbye to each other. Bye, Roy.
All right. Bye, man. Have a good weekend.
You too.